Guys, this is my round 24, my Premier League predictions for this weekend. To start off with, we've got Brighton versus Everton, and that's going to be a bit of a toughy game for both teams. But even though Jack Grealish is going to come back after his double yellow red card, I think Brighton must still somehow manage to beat Everton as the first game, because these are obviously a couple of 3 o'clock games. But I think Brighton will still beat Everton 2-1. Then obviously you've got Leeds versus Arsenal. And I know Arsenal lost to Manchester United last weekend in the league, but then they've just gone and won against Kairat Almaty 3-2. I know it wasn't a big score where they should have probably humiliated them, but they didn't. So fair play to Kairat as best as they could. But I still think Arsenal will go to Leeds at Elland Road and win 2-1. Got Wolves versus Bournemouth, which Wolves really need something out of this game to keep themselves going. But I think Bournemouth can actually end those hopes for just this weekend, and I think they'll win away from home 3-1. You've got Chelsea versus West Ham, so that's a big game from Leo Rosenior after they've just beat Napoli 3-2 away from home. I think Rosenior will get Chelsea winning this game, not by a big margin, but by 2 goals to 1, so by 1 goal. So 2-1 to Chelsea, I reckon. And then Liverpool versus Newcastle, I think both teams are struggling. Sorry about that. Both teams are very much struggling. But I don't know what Slot's just been saying. Why has he done that? I can only see this as a 2-2 draw because they're both not fantastic managers at the moment. Eddie Howe and also Arne Slot. So 2-2, I'd say, Anfield. Then you've got Villa versus Brentford, and I think Villa will still be on the high hopes, even though they're playing tonight. I think they'll win 3-1 at home. United versus Fulham, I think United will carry on doing what they need to and win at home, and I think they'll beat them 3-1 as well. Forest versus Palace, I can only see a draw in this, and I think that'll be a 1-1. But Forest can prove me wrong. I just think because Palace haven't got their best centre back, they could still do something, but I think 1-1 would be a good score for both teams. Spurs versus Man City. Sorry, keep losing my throat sometimes. I think even though Spurs and Man City just did well in the Champions League, I think they'll both end it as a draw, as a 2-2 draw. And Sunderland versus Burnley on a Monday night. I think Sunderland will actually beat Burnley 3-0 because I think Sunderland are a better team than Burnley, but can only wait and see. But thank you all for listening. Catch you all later.